Key. Hey, y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. It is real live music here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. We're here hanging out inside Visit Knoxville, and you can feel free to join us if you like. But if you can't be here with us today, know that you can slide on over to the WDVX Facebook page where you can watch it streaming live right now on our Facebook or YouTube channel. Or you can watch it back later at your convenience. So today we have two acts on the show. Grant Maloy Smith is here and will be up the second half of the show today. To get things started, he's visiting with us from Chicago today. You all give a great big welcome to K.L. Rose to the Blue Plate Special.
Hi there, folks. Thank you very much. I am visiting from Chicago today, but a little bit by way of living in Nashville, Tennessee, and then Knoxville, Tennessee for about 4 years. And so I'm really happy to be back. My name is K.L. Rose. I write country songs. Mississippi, with no money in the bank, just a trailer on the south shore of that dirty county lake. We were 15, Lord, we took it to our heads, 1,000 voices saying stay or leave, either way you're dead. Oh, muddy river in my veins, nobody even thinks I went astray. 'Cause when you're down in an old ghost town, you might as well be on an island by yourself. Don't ask for help, there ain't a thing you need, and ain't nobody else here that wants to see you bleed. In Mississippi, oh, Miss Whitney called my mama from the school. Does he intend to graduate or be another goddamn fool? She was tipsy, yeah, mama loved her little blues, and I'm still learning how to live with all the big ones I feel too. Oh, bloody river in my veins, nobody even thinks I went astray. 'Cause when you're down in an old ghost town, you might as well be on an island by yourself. Don't ask for help, there ain't a thing you need, and ain't nobody else here that wants to see you bleed. Mississippi, now there's no lights left on the shore, and I don't know if I'm the first or the last. The sun ain't rising anymore. Am I the branch that broke the mast? Will we ever make it back? Oh, when you're down in an old ghost town, Hey, all right, folks. Thank you very much. I wrote that song just a few weeks ago after watching the Jelly Roll documentary. I don't know if you all know Jelly Roll, but Jelly and I make pretty different music, and that's okay. I thought that message in that documentary was pretty powerful, one I resonated with a lot. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like you went astray. All right, this next one is about New Orleans. Well, it's hard to be a sinner in the city, just like it's easy to get blood from a stone. Every corner I peek around, there's another chance of being straight from home. I tried to slow down, climb out of the sand, live easy, be just smart. I tried to reach out and grab a hold of your hand, but honey, I missed the mark. Oh, now I'm rolling this 4-lane river till it opens up onto that delta town, and I'll have me a drink, maybe another, till them Frenchmen understand what I'm talking about. Well, no matter the mask you're wearing, some folks can't help but get a look on their face. No matter the jig you're dancing, some folks can't help but say right to place. I tried to slow down, learn how to behave, live easy, quit acting fool. I tried to pretend that I could be true, but honey, I lost my cool. Oh, now I'm rolling this 4-lane river till it opens up onto that Delta town, and I'll have me a drink, maybe another, till them Frenchmen understand what I'm talking about. Oh, sometimes you gotta act like you ain't got a clue, just so the folks around you can pretend like they do. And sometimes you gotta shake that rattle just to scare off the blues. But if that don't work, don't lose your place. Remember that you can always take to roll that 4-lane river till it opens up onto that Delta town. On happy to drink, maybe it doesn't, till them Frenchmen understand what you're talking about. Yeah, them Frenchmen really know what I'm talking about. All right, thank you so much.
This is K.L. Rose with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. Now, you can call him Kyle if you like, but if you're searching for him out there, you're going to have to look for K.L. Rose because you've got a kind of common name.
That's right, yeah. And I think, like I told you beforehand, I tried to distinguish myself a little bit as Kyle Lee, right? So I was going around introducing myself as Kyle Lee at shows. Everybody kept getting me confused with Australian pop superstar Kylie Minogue because we look so much alike.
Exactly.
So now it's just KL.
So the first, both songs you've sang for us already so far are about places, and I'm going to assume places that resonate with you. I read that you moved to Nashville when you were a teenager.
That's right.
So where did you move from?
I was born in Southern Illinois,
Okay.
And I moved from Southern Illinois down to Nashville at that time. That Mississippi song, although I do love Mississippi, I just couldn't find a better way to talk about the Mississippi River. I never did live there.
So, well, yeah, it's, we get a little bit of that river in
That's right.
Tennessee down there at the other end. But anyway, so you moved to Nashville and then you became a songwriter. That's not generally the way it happens.
It's usually the other way around, but I grew up in Southern Illinois listening to, in the cradle to like Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard, Keith Whitley, all that lovely stuff. And it was really my big sister, her name's Danny Flowers, who moved to Nashville because she was phenomenal. Moved there to make music, and I moved there with her. I went to
high school down there, and she was taking me around all these places, amazing places in Nashville, like the Station Inn. I was in high school going to see on a regular basis Chris Stapleton and the Steel Drivers, and Chris playing with Ronnie Bowman and Sean Camp and the Time Jumpers and all kinds of amazing stuff. Going down to Robert's Western World, listening to the Don Kelly Band. I fell in love. I wanted to be a honky tonk. It was so good. So it was really my big sister Danny moved to Nashville for that all that music stuff, and I just tagged along, and she showed me the world.
All right. So you started songwriting there, and what age would that been when you started
Boy,
making
I
music?
think, I grew up playing with my family a little bit, like bluegrass and country music. I think the first song I ever wrote, I was probably 16 years old, I think. Yeah.
All right. So a lot of folks that live in Nashville do a thing, because that's what they do in Nashville, is the co-writing thing. Do you like to do that?
Boy, I am so amazed by people that can co-write songs so effectively, and it's something I'm really interested in, and I'd like to do a little bit more of. These songs aren't co-written, and in my view, it's almost easier for me to be able to unlock whatever stream of conscious door I need to open in my brain and come out with these stories that I really relate to on an emotional, experiential level. But then going into a room with another person and trying to do that's like a whole new challenge, trying to work that chemistry. My buddy Kevin, who was with me in New Orleans when I wrote that song, and I have co-written a little bit, but I have a lot of respect for those folks.
So you got a new single out there. You should tell people about it.
That's right. Just today on all your favorite streaming platforms. It's called Sometimes You Just Never Know. It's a song I'm really proud of. It's a saying my mother-in-law had that I found really funny. I'd really appreciate it if you go listen. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to tell you about it on the Blue Plate special. It's Sometimes You Just Never Know, KL Rose. You can go to Timbuktu Music, and you'll find it, I'm sure. Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, all that kind of stuff. Go listen to that. I recorded up in Chicago at Handwritten Recording, a great studio there, and I'm really proud of it. And I'd be really grateful if you'd give it a listen.
You can find more information about where to stream the music by just searching out KL Rose on Instagram or klrose.com for more information. Feel free to shake and howdy with him after the show, and thank him for being here with us today. It's KL Rose on the WDVX Blue Plate special.
All right. Thank you very much, folks. I'm going to do a little medley of just sad songs.
Well, 2x8s cover the floor, and I see the red light over the door, telling me it's time to bring it on back home to you. Well, what if I could, but I'm not sure that I have anyone home to greet me tonight. I'd hate to break up the last bit of fun in your life. So just bring it on back, baby, bring it on back. Go out with your new love while I fade to black. Oh, as long as we're home by the morning break. Lord, forgive us for all these mistakes. Well, there's a pounding on the old screen door, and I feel the red sun taking its toll, shining a light on the darkest bits of my sin. Well, the door ain't locked, just come on in. This is less of a home than a place to give in. You're welcome to stay as long as I'm welcome to leave. Then I'll bring it on back, baby, bring it on back. Go out with your new love while I fade to black. Oh, as long as we're home by the morning break. Lord, forgive us for all these mistakes. I'll turn a blind eye to all that I see if that's what it takes to keep you. I'll go on drinking and you go on cheating. We ain't got nothing to lose. Well, there's a woman sitting by the door, says, boy, I know that you're keeping score. Don't you come with me and I'll help you settle up. Well, what if I could, but I'm not the kind. No, I'm not the one who's trying to hide. But I'll sit here with you just until the lights come on. Then we'll bring it on back, baby, bring it on back. Go out with your new love while I fade to black. Oh, as long as we're home by the morning break. Lord, forgive us for all these mistakes. I rub my eyes like blades on a dry shield, worser than I feel. Lord, can I see? 'Cause last night a brawl, barroom or bathroom, it could have been all three. Lord, it could have been none. Fall out of bed, crawl to my dresser. Thank God at least I ain't got a mirror. But in a moment of clarity, I see what ails me. I see the choices that made up my life. And there I see the girl I love, the man she found who builds her up, and all the worlds that could have been my own. The friends I ran away from me who used to think of me each day, who hardly even know now that I'm gone or alone. It's a miracle I have received, the vision that I've always needed, but given that I couldn't change if I tried, and all my misdeeds have been put behind. Oh Lord, please spare me any more moments of clarity. I rub my head like sand on the footpath, further than my past. Lord, must I go? Is my life a dance, a waltz or a two-step? Or could it be I'm left just a hole in the wall? I reach for my phone, turn on the TV, slip into something that reminds me of sleep. On towards the nowhere that I've come to call home. Down in the cattails, lower down in the fall. And there I see the memories I'm forever beating out of me with anything that I can get a hold. Like the night she ran away from me, or the man I must have then became to chase her from the only place she's known. Alone, it's a miracle I have received, the vision that I've always needed, but given that I'm at the end of my line, and all I want now is to be left behind. Oh Lord, please spare me any more moments of clarity. at me unable to conceive the man I used to be when I was whole. Brother, nor can I do anything of the like, and if I could, I know my dying plea would be, Lord, please spare me any more moments of clarity. Oh Lord, please spare me any more moments of clarity.
Thank you all so much. I'm so grateful for Red and Grant letting me play alongside them and here on our show, Ladder and the Former. All you folks listening here and elsewhere, this is Sometimes You Just Never Know. Go listen to it.
I got some time I spend, it usually makes a day. Learn to make my peace with just making my way. On to God only knows where I'm headed now. Up and down every day, Lord, I'm just trying to level out. Spend my nights looking past the woman behind the bar. Come in here for peace, no wander, thinking nothing more. Watch the TV through the reflection on the door. Says the end's coming soon, oh Lord, if they only knew. Towards the edge I walk, head up and spirits low. Nearer I've never been to further and where we're going. And I know how, I just need a chance to show that sometimes you just never know. I got some family, or at least I share some blood. Once you see the two, you can either only stand or run. Put my head down now, I never sing very much. All the same to me, I got plenty here in the dust. Gravel in my gutter, a stutter in my step. Who the hell are you to tell me which for me is best? I'll burn my thumbs just for a flicker of old time's sake. Better up in flames and water up to your waist. Towards the edge I walk, head up, spirits low. Nearer I've never been, further and where we're going. And I know how, I just need a chance to show that sometimes you just never know. Sometimes I know when it's gonna rain, so I'll stay inside and just pull down my shades. Sometimes I can feel the shadows stir below. Oh, but sometimes you just never know. Yeah, sometimes you just never know.
That's KL Rose on the Blue Plate Special. Again, you can find him by searching KL Rose on Instagram as well as klrose.com. Coming up in November, he's got a show in Highland Park, Illinois. You can find the complete tour schedule there at the website. Today, the new single, Sometimes You Just Never Know. Available and streaming out there on all those music platforms. Feel free to shake an howdy with him afterwards and thank him for being here with us today on the Blue Plate Special. Well, Support for WDVX and the Blue Plate Special comes from Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria on Jackson Avenue in Knoxville's Old City. It is home of the Big Plate on Fridays. Additional support comes from Visit Knoxville and the Music Office of the Tennessee Entertainment Commission, supporting the creative community across the state through various initiatives and programs. Find out more about opportunities and how to be part of the music directory at tnentertainment.com/music. All right. Well, I didn't realize it had been so long since Grant had been here, but he said it was prior to the thing.
The great darkness we call COVID.
Yeah.
Yes, it was before that.
So it has been a minute. So you all give a great big welcome to Grant Maloy Smith. Back to the Blue Plate Special.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Am I ready to go?
You're ready.
Who wants to hear some music? Yeah. All right. How about one more round of applause for Kyle? Wasn't he great? Good job, Kyle. Good job, wherever he's at, wherever he is. So I write theme albums. I have 3 of them so far. They're all in the American Stories series. The first one was about the Dust Bowl that happened in the 1930s. The second one was it's just about Appalachia in general, where my family's from. And my new one is about the Mississippi River, all the history that's happened up and down it. But I'm going to play a song from the Appalachia one called "The Coal Comes Up." It's about a man who's worked his whole life in the coal mines, like many of my family did over the generations. They worked real hard, not an easy job, very dangerous job too. But he looks back on his whole life and he's proud of the fact that he worked so hard and supported his family. He fed his kids. That's what this is about. Bless us, Jesus, we're going down again. We're rooming pillar boys, West Virginia men. Hey now, pickaxe in my hand. We'll load our quota, brother, load it if we can. Oh, the coal comes up when a man goes down. Black damp will keep the devil coming round. Lord, save me, Jesus, come get me underground. Oh, the coal comes up when a man goes down. Lately, doctor, it's getting hard to breathe. I've got the miner's lung like Daddy before me. Hatred ain't got no place. There's just one color here, coals in every face. Oh, the coal comes up when a man goes down. Black damp will keep the devil coming round. Lord, save me, Jesus, come get me underground. Oh, the coal comes up when a man goes down. I'll cut coal long as I may, but I've had mouths to feed since I was 10. That coal put 3 squares on a table. Oh, the coal comes up when a man goes down.
Black temple keep the devil coming round. Lord, save me, Jesus. Come get me underground. Oh, the cold comes up when a man goes down.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I had some coal miners in my family, like I said, and they call it when the mine collapsed and they got buried alive, they called it getting covered up. It's quite serious. A few others perished from the miners' lung that I mentioned in the song there. So on that happy topic, how about a really sad love song? Just to bring you all the way down. Then I'll bring you all the way back up again. How's that? This is from my new album, the Mississippi Record. Well, by the way, I do have albums over there. I have CDs, if anybody uses CDs anymore. But I also wrote a book that goes with this because I do like years of research for each of these American Story series records. And so they're over there. By the way, if you buy, I have a deal, a special deal, only for Knoxville, only for today. If you buy one of my CDs and you get it home and you don't like it, all you have to do is you just send it to me, and I'll send you a CD that I don't like. So that's my offer to y'all. I think that's fair.
I was looking out my window, and I was standing at my door. I was longing just to see you. You don't come here anymore. You once told me that you loved me, like the ocean loves the shore. Stars winked out above me. You don't love me anymore. And I went down to the wishing place, town where dreams come true. Hearts lie and sparrows fly, and all I want is you. I was looking at your window, and I was standing at your door. I was longing just to see you. You don't answer anymore. You told me that you loved me, oh, 100 times before. But you're not thinking of me, 'cause you don't love me anymore. And I went down to the wishing place, town where dreams come true. Hearts lie and bluebirds fly, and all I want is you. I was praying for redemption. I could not ask for something more. I revealed my deepest secrets. You won't listen anymore. And I went down to the wishing place, and eagles fly, but all I want is you. I was looking out my window, I was standing by my door, I was longing just to touch you, but you don't love me anymore.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This is Grant Maloy Smith with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. So, he was talking about the American series, and the current project in the American series there is called Mississippi. You know, we have a friend named Hippie, and we call his wife Mississippi.
Is he a hippie from Mississippi?
So anyway, just saying, I couldn't resist that. So tell us about the project Mississippi.
Wow. Well, it was usually these records take me 3 years. This one was no exception. I went up and down the river, researching and reading books and all this kind of stuff, trying to, you could write 1,000, you could write 10,000 songs about the Mississippi River and all the things that have happened along it over the many centuries, and even before all the Europeans came here like about 400 years ago. Even before that, there were people here for millions of years, or at least they know the natives were here at least 30,000 years before we came over from Europe. So there's so much history. How do you boil it down to 10 or 15 songs? I don't know the answer. I just do the best I can. That's all I can do. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of research and a lot of writing. A lot of songs, most of which don't get used. And also, I recorded on the river. There's a song about the assassination of Martin Luther King, because he was killed in Memphis, very close to the river. And I actually went to Memphis and recorded it there at Sun Studio, where Elvis did a bunch of his records, and all kinds of famous people recorded in Sun Studio. Then I went down to New Orleans, and I recorded down there. There's a song about New Orleans on the record, and I recorded all over the place. So up and down the river, that's how I did it.
So you mentioned there's always a book and research that goes along with the series as well. I'm curious if you already know what the next series is going to be about.
Well, I have a good idea. It may change, so you can't hold me to it, because I haven't even started it yet. But I really want to go westward. More west. Like the Dust Bowl was kind of in the middle of the country, in the Great Plains, Oklahoma, Texas, that area. Then Appalachia was more eastward, over here where we are. Mississippi's in the middle again. I got to go left to center. I got to go out to the west. So I'm going to do, America had a big expansion out westward in the middle of the 1800s. After the Louisiana Purchase, and then someone discovered gold and silver, so all kinds of people went out, and it's the whole Rocky Mountains, and then even far west, and even up into Alaska. So that's my idea. That's probably what it's going to be, but you're going to have to wait, because it takes me several years.
Well, you are going to have to wait, because the current project is Mississippi. And again, you can find it out there on those streaming platforms, merch table right here inside Visit Knoxville, as well as GrantMaloysmith.com. He's going to be on Nashville Today tomorrow. So heads up, Nashville. And then on Monday, he'll be headed over to do Michael Jonathan's Wood Songs. And again, you can find the complete schedule and more information at GrantMaloysmith.com. Y'all, it's Grant Maloy Smith on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
Great, thank you. This is a song about the Sultana, which was a steamboat in the Mississippi River. Right after the Civil War was over, the South released all kinds, like more than 1,000 Union soldiers from prison, and they were put on this one steamboat. There was way too many people for one steamboat. And then the steamboat, the boiler blew up. It had been patched, but not really patched well, and it killed lots of people. So It's not exactly a happy song, but it's a true song. It's a real story that happened on the Mississippi River over 100 years ago.
Oh, Sultana, late from Memphis, 100 sleeping, hearts a beating, boilers aching, the ones they tried to mend, and instead you came to the end. Now the moon looks down at the mournful sound. Coyotes cry in the heartless night. Hear the river run, red with soldier blood. You're at the end of the line. Oh, Sultana, see me falling, fire and panic, hear me calling, grown men crying, burned up in the steam I was trying, dying to get free. Now the moon looks down at the mournful sound. Coyotes cry in the heartless night. Hear the river run, red with soldier blood. Here at the end of the line. No more prison, the war has ended at last. Poor old Abe Lincoln, oh, a great man has passed. Oh, Sultana, on the bottom in your Valhalla, your final resting place. Oh, 1,200 sons of liberty all gone silent, dreaming their last dream. Now the moon looks down at the mournful sound. Coyotes cry at the heartless night. Hear the river run, red with soldier blood. Here at the end of the line.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. You know, I was almost done with this record. I had recorded everything, and I was fixing to start the mixing process. So I was really in the home stretch after, more than two and a half years. And one night, I was doing a crossword puzzle on my phone, and the question was folk singer Janis, Janis, and there was a 3-letter answer, and I knew it had to be Janis Ian. Because I met her some years ago, and we stayed in touch a little bit. So I took a screenshot, with her name in it, and I sent it to her. And she responded back to me a few minutes later and said, "Hey, that's cool. And also, I've been seeing in social media that you're going to come out with your Mississippi record, and I'm looking forward to hearing it." And then she said, "By the way, I wrote a song years ago called Memphis, and I think you'd like to hear it. I did it back in 2000 with Willie Nelson singing with her and Chet Atkins playing the guitar." I said, "Wow, that's pretty good. Hard to do too much better than that." So she sent it to me, and I had two feelings the minute I heard the song. I thought, A, it's fantastic. It's a great song, and I'd never heard it before. And B, darn it, because I really want to put that song on my record. But I was done with the record, but I contacted her. I thought about it for a day, and I contacted her, and I said, hey, how about if you, I've never done anybody else's song on one of my songs on one of my records, so, but if you played on it with me, then it wouldn't just be just me doing somebody else's song. And she said she would do it. So after I was in New Orleans that same trip, I drove over to Florida. She lives in the west coast of Florida, so she's been hammered a few times by tornadoes in the last few weeks, unfortunately, like a lot of people have. And we recorded together at a studio there, so if you don't mind, I'd like to do that song for you now. It's called Memphis.
We were standing by the river, staring into town. All the world was on your shoulder. The tears were streaming down all along the southern skyline. City lights began to bloom. She said, if you only knew her the way that I do, sir, you would be crying too. If you could see Memphis the way that I do, she would look different to you. Queen of the Delta, tip your tiara. Memphis, the belle of the blues. The streets were filled with cotton, music filled the air. All the paddle boats came rolling from east of everywhere. Now her streets are filled with silence and songs no one can hear, but her memory lingers, slips through my fingers into this river of tears. If you could see Memphis the way that I do, she would look different to you. Queen of the Delta, tip your tiara. Memphis, the belle of the blues. So roll on, roll on, my sweet magnolia, roll on. But her memory lingers, slips through my fingers into this river of tears. If you could see Memphis the way that I do, she would look different to you. Queen of the Delta, tip your tiara. Memphis, the Vale of the Blue. Memphis, the Vale of the Blues.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This is Grant Maloy Smith with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. He's got one last tune for us here today, but how about one more round of applause for KL Rose, the first half of the show here today. We always encourage our audience to interact with our performers and just thank them for being here with us today and making some music for us here. Tomorrow, Tanner Bingaman will be here with us, along with Brenda Lynn Allen. And you can find more about them and who is headed in our direction by visiting our website at WDVX.com. Once you get there, just click on that Blue Plate Special page, and it'll take you to the calendar where you can learn more about who's coming, but also it'll link you to the artists' websites, and you can learn more about them as well. Again, KL Rose Instagram or .com, GrantMalloySmith.com, and Grant Scott, Mississippi, the American series available here in-house at the merch table. Again, he'll be on Nashville Today tomorrow, and then headed over to record a Wood Songs old-time radio show there on Monday. Thanks so much for being here with us today.
Oh, man, it was my pleasure, and thanks to y'all for being here. Give yourselves a round of applause. To all the people listening on the radio here in town, all the people listening on the internet, watching on the internet, including before I came up, I got a message from I have a friend in California, Ron Ovadia, who's watching right now. It's very early out there, so he gets a big thank you. Thank you, Ron. I want to play a song called Man of Steel. It's not about Superman. It's about a different kind of a Superman in a way. I'll just make it real quick. I met a young man at an airport with an artificial leg. He had lost it in Iraq. And we sat there for many hours because the plane was so late. And I got to know his whole story, and about a week later, it came out in a song. So it's dedicated to him and all the young people, all the people in general, men and women who sacrifice, who risk their lives to protect us. It's all about them.
I was born right here, like everyone. Learned to read and write, learned to walk and run. Riding in my daddy's truck in summer, it felt like flying. I was a scrawny kid, not too great at school. I enlisted then, the next thing I knew, I'm saying my goodbyes and trading numbers, and mama's crying, and my soldier clothes, and the blazing sun, riding dusty roads with my soldier gun. Then the earth rose up and it spit me out. There was fire and blood, I can feel it now. I'm a man of steel, made of pins and wire, but these scars will heal. Still got my fire. I'm a man of steel ever since that day, but my heart's still real. Can't take that away. It's been 3 long months. The nurses say they're gonna ship me home, but I sure wanna stay. 'Cause every friend I have is going nowhere, and they're still trying. And my soldier clothes and the blazing sun, riding dusty roads with my soldier gun. Then the earth rose up and it spit me out. There was fire and blood, I can feel it now. I'm a man of steel, made of pins and wire, but these scars will heal. I still got my fire. I'm a man of steel ever since that day, but my heart's still real. I'm a man of steel, and my heart's still real. Can't take that away. Thank you, folks. Thank you so much. Thank you, Red. Thank you, Kyle. Thanks to everybody.
That's Grant Maloy Smith. Thank y'all. Join us again next time for more real live music on the Blue Plate Special.